This is the first time we've had a chance to sit down with Coach O'Mara and talk to you about the season and talk about the ups and downs of your first games of the NCAA schedule.
Well, unfortunately, a lot more downs than ups as far as the win-loss column. But going into this season, we knew as a staff and as a team that we got a large hill to climb, and we've set small, obtainable goals. And I think as we've progressed through this first semester, again, even though the win-loss column doesn't look that great for us, that we've showed a lot of improvement in a lot of different areas. So, ultimately, are we happy? No, it is frustrating at times, but we're seeing the improvements and we're growing like we thought we would, and the future looks really bright for us.
This past weekend, you had a chance to go out and play future CHA conference foe Syracuse. Talk about that 6-2 loss on Friday.
Yeah, we came out, played a very good first period. Second period, for whatever reason, we had about a 2.5 minute just collapse in all areas of the game, all three zones, and they were able to get some goals, and we ended up giving up 5 goals in that second period. And we kind of, regrouped, we regathered our thoughts and changed a little bit of our game plan, came out, played a really good third period, got a couple of late goals in that, and then that set the tone for the Saturday game. And we came out and played a lot better game. We competed for 60 minutes in that game.
You talked about it, the difference between Friday and Saturday. Saturday afternoon, it seemed like you played with a newfound confidence. Can you talk about some of the differences between Game 1 and Game 2?
I think in your question you answered it. We really addressed the confidence part of it. It looked like a lot of our girls, even our more talented players, had lost some of that confidence. Getting rid of the puck right when it got on the stick and not wanting to do something smart with the puck. So we addressed that. We refocused as far as making the smart plays, having confidence that you're here for a reason, and just adjusted some of our in-game play, and they came out with that confidence. And as the game went on, we got more and more confident. So I think we put a 60-minute game together for the first time this year.
Yeah, it seems like this is a big positive step for the program. Is this something that you're looking to build on?
I think so. It's a hard one because we come off 2 really decent games. That second game really good, and then going into next week we've got one of the best teams in the country. So we'll see how that carries over with us. But yeah, we're building on that. We're working through that on this week's practice, and it kind of has carried into the week's practice too. The girls are playing with some confidence and making some smart decisions out there.
You talked about next week. You got another future CHA foe in Mercyhurst. But talk to us about getting accepted into the CHA and what that's meant for the program.
It's great for the program. We went into the application process very hopeful and optimistic, and really looking for the CHA to look at us as a team and a university that they wanted in the conference. And after the visits and everything, it definitely was a great fit for them. And us as well, and it just adds a lot of credibility to our program. It shows the dedication and the commitment that the university has with our women's program, and it helps on the recruiting side of it too. We've got some great institutions in that conference now. Penn State joins with us next year, Syracuse, Robert Morris out of Pennsylvania, Niagara University, and Mercyhurst. Just some great institutions, and it's going to be a very strong conference going forward.
You had 2 lopsided losses to Mercyhurst earlier in the season at home. What are some of the expectations going into these 2 tough road tests?
Yeah, again, we set our goals small. We want to improve. In both of the games, we want to show improvement. We want to compete with them. In a lot of areas in those first 2 games, the score was very lopsided, but we did compete with them. And they're a powerhouse team. They've got some fantastic depth on that team. They're very well coached. And they're an established program, so we're going into those 2 games to show improvement from our home series against them, and take some very good positives away from that weekend.
Before we let you go, we're in finals week for the girls. How do you approach this week from a coach's perspective, where you still want to practice and stay sharp before the week leading up to Mercyhurst, but also let the girls have plenty of time to focus on grades?
Yeah. Going into the week, we give the girls Monday off so they could just focus, get ready for the finals, and get some more study time in. We've had different study hall times for the girls. Even last week on the road, they had a lot of time that they could study. We made sure we had plenty of downtime for them, and obviously academics is the most important thing. So we try to, this week of practices, you do need an escape and an outlet as far as all the studying that you're doing. So some practice days are definitely needed by the girls, just to let out that frustration and just to have an escape from the studying. But with such a young team, I'm so impressed with these girls. Their time management skills are great. As much travel as we've had this year, they've really done a good job balancing the academic side and the athletic side, and I think we're going to be very impressed with our team GPA at the end of the semester.
Good. Coach Romero, thanks for taking some time to visit with us about the Lindenwood women's hockey program.